Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Nba2k21, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Sacramento Kings. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Halliburton is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Bagley in at the four-man position. And for the Lakers, they've got Kyle Kuzma. Davis is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's LeBron James, and it's Dort in at shooting guard. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt it. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. One of the most powerful dunkers in this league. DeAndre, though, showing off his creativity.
Here's LeBron. Davis inside, working on Bagley. And it's Davis missing. And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Jordan trying to free himself up. Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Warriors.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They played with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
Earlier, David Aldridge had a chance to speak with head coach Alvin Gentry. D.A., what'd you find out?
Well, Kevin, he said for them to prevail, they've got to be stout in the post and close off those driving lanes. If they fail to do those two things, it could be a very long night. And to be honest, he didn't sound like he thought they could.
Thank you, David. Bagley with a screen on James. Fox passes to Bagley, and it's good, 2 points.
And we saw this from Bagley in college. He has very good touch around the rim.
Here's LeBron, and that one, good. LeBron's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Here's Morris. Another shot. Pass to Halliburton. The dish now to Fox. Jordan sets the pick for Fox. And even after two offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here we go, one-on-one. Morris outside. Three-pointer. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space.
Oh, no, he didn't. And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Fox passes to Bagley. Jordan. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embraced the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start? And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
The question is, do you leave him in? Obviously, you don't want him to pick up a third foul this early.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 1. Fox, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. It's LeBron.
He went.
That was nice.
What a dribble move by LeBron. All you can do is sit back and admire it.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Lakers.
Guys, their willingness to attack the basket so far has been great. They're penetrating, finding the holes in the defense, and scoring from close range.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Lakers leading by 3. Harrell dishes to LeBron. And there's the
Defensively, you want to take away LeBron's driving lanes, but his speed and power still went out.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. Allen passes to Howard. Over Bagley. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Kings trail by 5. Right outside. To the paint and stolen by Howard. On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. Rebound by the Kings. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Wright looking around with the drive down low. And it's Bagley. That time on the assist by Wright. 6 points from Marvin Bagley. Los Angeles leading by 4. Caruso kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Howard. Off target at the rim.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
54 seconds left to play here in the first. Defended by Allen. That one good for 2.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. No good there. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. The feed to Bagley. And he hits it to tie the game up. Bagley's got 8.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Here's Caruso. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Caldwell Pope dishes to McGee. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Beverly. The pass to Bagley. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside so much talent.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch, but also compete against these guys. You know, that's something that I want to do. So to be around those guys and be in the foxhole with those guys is it's pretty incredible.
Well, Kuzma Greg has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
On the court right now for the Kings, Marcus Morris is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Albert. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. Fox, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Davis against Hernan Gomez. And Davis throws it down hard.
Entertaining fans and embarrassing opponents. AD showing us what it's all about.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Fox. LeBron with the block.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Davis down low, covered by Morris.
You see the weight that AD's added to his frame over the years. Now invites contact.
Fox passes to Jordan. He dishes it to Morris. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And it's blocked. Outside, Fox. On the wing, Morris. Back to Fox. Sacramento moving it around. Now, Hernan Gomez. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
And that one drops. Now it's just a 3-point Laker lead.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the board, paying dividends.
And the dunk by James.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Jawan Wright, he's checked in for Sacramento. And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. Taking a look at New Orleans. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Lakers, they just understand how good they really are. One of the biggest hurdles is to avoid complacency, though, down the stretch.
And stolen by Kuzma. James against Fox. It's stolen by Morris. Now, here's Fox. He had 15 points last outing to the left wing. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Wright. Shot clock at 5. Here's the teardrop. And he lays it up and in. Wright's got his first points in this one.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
LeBron is doubled. Out to Kuzma. No good on the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. And a change for Sacramento. Bagley, he's checked in for Halliburton. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Dort passes to Harrell. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Bagley finds Morris. Bagley sets a screen for Morris. Back to Bagley. 5 to shoot. Outside, Fox. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Marvin Bagley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Rivers kicks to Allen. Los Angeles with another miss. The Kings trailed by 5. Right outside. That one misses. So the Lakers will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Howard, the pass to Allen. Back to Howard. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Howard's got the lead up to 7 outs for Los Angeles. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bagley dishes to Wright. To Bagley. Rebounded by McGee. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Pass to Rivers. Here's the 3. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 4th rebound in this one. 1:37 left to play here in the half. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. It's Kuzma penetrating. Yes, that goes in. And the Lakers lead by 7.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Lobs it up for Jordan. And 1:01 left in the second quarter. Beverly against Rivers. Here's Kuzma. And it's off from 3-point range. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Kings. Sacramento moving it around. 6 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Kings have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Dort's checked in. And then for Sacramento, Hernan Gomez is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Halliburton subbed in for Wright. Dort passes to Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The Kings trail by 6. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Just skilled at attacking on the drive. He's got the size and mobility. Bagley just really tough to contain.
This is it to Kuzma. Morris with the ball. Back to Kuzma. He gets it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Terrific way to end a half. Nailing a 3 to add to the lead.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. SRO, standing room only.
Ooh, nice.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
I know it's his 17th year, but this is LeBron at his best. Consistent, high-energy play, making the presence felt on offense, all while setting a strong example for his teammates.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
They aren't playing tight enough defense. That's pretty clear. There needs to be a lot better communication. Guys are playing defense on an island a lot of times, and that's getting them burned.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Harrell. He's out there with Kyle Kuzma. LeBron James is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Dort in at the 2. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the Orlando Magic.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
The Kings have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And really the potential Bagley has is so exciting. Just an absolute menace on both ends. And you can tell he wants to be great. All the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Kings trail by 8. And here's Halliburton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Bagley with a screen on Kuzma. Halliburton. And the rejection by Harrell. LeBron passes to Kuzma. Davis down low. Working on Bagley. And it's Davis missing. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. Fox with it. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
James kicks to Davis. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
The great thing about Anthony Davis, he's efficient. He shoots a great percentage from the field and from the line, and he doesn't turn it over.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Jordan kicks to Fox. And he drives in. Outside for Jordan. 4 on the clock. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Lakers leading by 8. James, the pass to Kuzma. James against Fox. Back to Kuzma. Now James. 18 points for him. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
And there's the pass to Halliburton. Inside. Jordan against Davis. Morris outside.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Kuzma with it. Picked up by Bagley. Kingz outside. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. An opportunity here to bring up a list of players that have been carrying their teams offensively for the last 10 games. The highest scoring small forwards in the league. LeBron James, number 1.
There is no doubt he is one of the league's most dynamic offensive players. I mean, he's capable of putting up some huge numbers from that wing position.
And he does it night in and night out. He's a superstar, a player that fans come out just to see, whether he's at home or on the road.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
Howard's checked in for Harrell. Then for the Kings, Hernan Gomez comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's DeLon Wright in for Halliburton. James against Morris. James with the bucket. James has got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games. Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific at scoring even when he gets bodied up.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Lakers leading by 9. James in the post. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
And the Kings making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Up top right, covered by LeBron. And Wright kicks to Beverly. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's James. The shot missing. And the Kings going the other way now. To the paint. Here's Hernan Gomez over James. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Hernan Gomez.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And James throws it down hard.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
A minute 50 left in the third. Right outside. Pass to Hernan Gomez. It's over McGee. Outside for Bagley. Shot clock at 5. Bagley with a screen on James. And it's Wright missing. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Pass to Kuzma. Howard trying to free himself up.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
1:15 left in the third quarter of the game. Passes it to Wright. Bagley against Howard. Right side Bagley. Over Howard. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Bagley.
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to LeBron. Fires the 3. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. The Kings trail by 10. Beverly feeling it out a bit. The pass to Bagley. From the wing. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Bagley's got 7 points for the quarter. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's LeBron. Takes it inside. That one goes. Count it. And the Lakers lead by 10. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Right outside. To the inside. And finished off by Bagley.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. James way outside. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Lakers ahead. They're up by 8. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the floor for Sacramento, Jordan is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then it's Fox. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Halliburton in at the 2 spot. Morris with the block. Here's LeBron. Feeds to Davis. Kicks it out to LeBron for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Halliburton passes to Jordan. Sacramento moving it around. Now, here's Fox. He's covered closely. Los Angeles leading by 8. Pass to Dort. It's up a 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Jordan with the screen on Morris. Morris. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
And that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
Crazy to think about how many seasons LeBron's played and how many nights we've seen him do this.
The Kings trail by 11. Fox finds Hernan Gomez. Now Morris. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Kuzma. Here's Morris. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. It's Fox with the drive. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. We hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Will, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Shot clock at 6.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
The drive by James, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
One thing that stood out all game is the consistent penetration they've gotten.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
Bagley, he's checked in for the Kings.
A guy who's won almost every award in the book. LeBron does as much for the NBA off the court as he does on it.
Halliburton passes to Fox. Outside for Bagley. Now, here is Halliburton. Inside. Here's Jordan. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Down low. The shot misses. Great D that time from Bagley. And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. 11-point game. Pass to Halliburton. That one falls.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
LeBron passes to Kuzma, kicks it out to James. And the Lakers with another miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets.
What a play by Anthony Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nope, not on my watch.
James with it, picked up by Bagley. Bagley against James. It's deflected. Fox against LeBron. Passes to Jordan. Fox feeling it out a bit. Looking to end his cold spell, and Davis sends it back. Out to Kuzma. Here's Dort. No good from outside. The Kings trail by 7.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Platoon swap here for the Lakers. Lakers leading by 7. Here's Caruso. Here's Fox. The pass to Halliburton. 44 seconds left in the fourth. A 3 from Morris. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. And it's Sacramento's ball. Out to Morris. Second shot opportunity. A new 14 for the Kings. Here's Bagley. Back to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up again. Good D by Howard. Into the lane. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Timeout called by the Kings. They trail by 6. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, tough proposition here. They've got to knock down a 3, foul, hope for some misses, then make another 3. I would not hold out much hope.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Got a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony, they didn't go down easy. What was the approach knowing that everyone's giving you their best shot?
We got to take it one game at a time, and we just got to play. We can't go out there and think that we're going to win. We got to go out there and have a will to win and a sense of urgency.
Thanks very much for your time, AD. Congrats. Kevin, time's yours.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you next time.